Welcome to Mr. Olsen's podcast. The Pilat Dune. A surprise at the sunset. I've always been curious to visit the Pilat Dune. Of all the times that my friends told me about this place, they only said wonders and highlighted its beauty and the difficulty of climbing the largest dune in Europe. They just didn't tell me one elementary thing, but, eventually, it's the most significant of all. I followed their recommendation to arrive at the end of the afternoon. At that point, the flow of visitors begins to decrease and the experience becomes more rewarding. When I arrived, I found the crowd descending to leave, which was good news and part of the plan to catch the sunset. And that's what my friends didn't tell me. The experience of being absorbed by a fantastic landscape and by the human environment that was lived there, illuminated by a magical and comforting light. Maybe they wanted to avoid spoiling my surprise, which I appreciate. I was lucky not to find a completely sunny day. The clouds gave texture to the sky and created magnificent reflections of sunlight on the water, cut by the sand of the Bank of Arguin, surrounded by boats that drew lines in the calm water. The dune offered an irregular support to the notes of humanity in communion with nature. Because when I looked around, I noticed that each one was freely enjoying everything that this natural space offered. Everyone saw it their way, everyone felt it differently. Lonely people smiling and looking at the horizon, couples who huddled and looked at each other in silence, groups of friends who popped corks from fresh wine bottles, families who were freed by the emotions of children and adults alike. In fact, this was one of the few times that, surrounded by people, I felt part of something bigger, of a communion between the human and the nature. There I was half abstracted and half aware of my surroundings, I suppose with a smile on my lips, and when we left I was happy. The Pilat Dune is made up of 60 million cubic meters of sand and has a height of up to 115 meters and was formed over 40 centuries. It is located in France, in the tourist area of the Bay of Arcachon, in the commune of La Teste-de-Buch, department of the Gironde. You can reach the Pilat Dune on foot, by bicycle, taking the Bayer bus from La Teste-de-Buch or by car. In the article at mrolsen.com you will find a gallery of pictures from the Pilat Dune. Use them freely and visit the profile at unsplash.com. Thank you for listening. This episode narrated by Beatrix, the AI assistant of Mr. Olsen.